Listen, man, I know I haven't been uploading, but it's for a good reasoning, man. Dang. Yeah. All right, but look, the truth about fate and destiny. Are fate and destiny real? All right. So, the concept of fate and destiny is basically the fact that certain things, if not all things in your life, are just meant to happen, and that whether it be by some divine happening, whether it just be by, I don't really know. It's the concept that basically certain things in your life are just meant to happen, and that you have no control over it for the most part. Now, that is actually not true, but here's how things like that do happen, because certain things are pretty much fated. Like some things are pretty much destined to happen, but there's always an influence over it. And here's why, and here's how that concept even works. To have everything in your life be based upon fate just means that you created your life unconsciously. And what I mean by that is that when you're not aware, right, your thoughts and emotions are kind of just on a loop. Like you just think stuff, feel stuff, remember those thoughts and feelings, you believe stuff, you remember those beliefs and stuff like that. You do all these actions out of being unconscious, then those actions get stored inside your memory. You know, and then you just have all this stuff inside your memory. Now, what does your memory do? It just fucking shoots the shit back out of you. You feel me? Over and over again. So that means that you repeat your thoughts, you repeat your emotions, you repeat your beliefs, you repeat your actions. Doing all that's gonna lead you to a certain life. You feel me? That can actually start being seen as a fated life, because it's like you're gonna think everything's meant to be if the way you think that things are meant to be is the way it's inside your head. And here's what I mean. A lot of people see movies, right? So when their life starts going like a movie, it seems like it's meant to be type shit. Well, if your concept of life is already based upon that movie, of course it's gonna seem like it's quote unquote meant to be. You feel me? Like, especially in this, the biggest thing I see it with is one, relationships where you think a relationship is meant to be, and then two, is with like a life situation, like for example, I got in this situation, the way it happened, it just seemed like it was meant to be. Well, if you feel like the way that things happened just goes in tune with how things are quote unquote meant to be, they're gonna think it was meant to be. Like with your girlfriend or boyfriend, right? If you like, let's say y'all was let's say y'all was like y'all dated through middle school, high school, all that shit. You feel me? And then let's say like you feel me, like they had art that you liked about them, blah blah blah, right? It's like it just seems like it's meant to be. Y'all's in each other's lives for a long ass time. It's like it was meant to be. You feel me? It seems like that because inside your head you associate knowing somebody for a long time, and then them having all the qualities that you thought attractive at the time, you associate that combination with something that's meant to be. You feel me? If something happened, if I dated somebody long enough and they have what I like, it must be meant to be. Now let's say when it comes to like a situation in life, let's say at the time you wanted to be a motherfucking, let's say what time you wanted to be a fucking rapper and you thought it was meant to be. You feel me? Like you were just always good at rapping and stuff like that, and then you just got popular and it's like it was meant to be. Well, later on inside your life, if one, your boyfriend or girlfriend starts to upset you, or that rapper career starts to upset you, that may be like, what the fuck? I thought it was meant to be. Why the fuck was something meant to be just go bad and make me feel bad? And it's like it was meant to be because you thought it was meant to be. Because inside your head you think that when certain things happen this way, that means that it's meant to be. That's what you think inside your head. If things happen like this, that means that it's meant to be. So if you think anything that you think about like that is gonna always like anything that fits your model of the world is just gonna make you think it was meant to be. But it's like, no, that's just how you think things are meant to be. Because things can happen in all different kinds of ways, but you just get used to certain things happening in certain ways. And then you may think that it was meant to be, or it may look like it was fate or destiny. So that's what karma is. All that shit inside your memory that keeps on coming back, that's karma. Because memory is a vast thing. Like you gotta realize this hat has a certain memory. dude, and because it does, that's what allows it to hold its structure and stuff like that. Because it has a certain, like, the atoms inside here are programmed a certain way in order for them to hold this shape and appear this way and to motherfucking feel like this. Like, there's a lot of memory that goes inside of this shit. Because memory is just programming. You feel me? And as you can see, everything in life is kind of programmed, even humans. You feel me? You come with your own programming that you can learn to override. You can learn to you can learn to be a hacker and then hack your own programming and then, you feel me, program your own shit. But you got to get good at programming and hacking. You feel me? Or at least just security. You know, because if you just know security, then you kind of just understand hacking. You feel me? So it's like if and like I said, I mean, even though I'm saying you got to get good at hacking, and I don't mean like with computers and shit like that. I just mean with your own mind, because it's like a fucking computer. You feel me? And well, I should say your brain. Actually, not. What I really learned is that neuroscientists realize that if you were to compare your brain to a computer, then the neuron would be the CPU. Pretty sure it was that. Which is like you have a whole bunch of fucking neurons, so it's only one fucking part compared to a fucking computer. And people think that computers are better than humans. Fuck out of here. You're just computing the wrong things. Because even computers are based off of memory. Everything they pull from it, like from Google, right? Someone put the shit on Google, and now the internet, and now the computer's just pulling from that infinite memory. It's the same shit with life, literally. Um, yeah, you could learn to change your thoughts, feelings, and actions, change your beliefs, and you can also separate yourself from all that shit completely to the point where it's like it could be all happening and you're not attached to that shit. What attaches you to is the character that you build upon all that shit though. So it's like, yeah, you get detached from that shit. And yeah, I could probably go way more in depth, but I think that's enough for now. Peace.